Welcome everyone to the SmackEdup Wrestling Podcast. This is Will.
I'm Martin.
So, just to let you all know, we're going to have links in the descriptions for the Facebook page and the Soundcloud page. So if you want to access either
You
or...
podcasters.
What?
You podcasters. So organised, links to things.
I know, we're getting there, mate. We're finally getting there. So, you've got links there. You can go and like us on Facebook, where we'll have any exclusive pictures or videos we do if we get to events. Like me, Martin's going to Fear and Loathing. I'm going to Raw and SmackDown. Big news last night for the SmackEdup Wrestling Podcast, spreading the word. Nia Jax, The Rock's cousin, retweeted us back out. Which is brilliant. That is amazing. So,
here's Nia. I'll not say anything bad about you for a week.
Nah, I won't say anything bad about you either, Nia. Thank you so much.
Only a week, but...
As usual, you can like us on Facebook, follow us on SoundCloud, the Gaming Vault / SmackEdup Wrestling Podcast. Also on YouTube and the Gaming Vault. Leave us a like and sub for this video. Like I said, any exclusive stuff will be separated between the two with Facebook and YouTube, depending on what we've got. But we'll keep to what we've got just now, and hopefully we get the iTunes one working soon as well. We hope to get that up really soon, and every podcast will be backdated. We'll get every single one up, so you can see us from number 1 to now number 4.
Yes.
So we're doing no bad. So a couple of stories came out, mate. You sent me the links to. First one was Paige. But her dad tried to back her up now, but this kind of happened the last time. Aye. Don't flash. Don't send it to. Was it Brad Maddox? Or Matt Maddox? What was his name? He was the referee, then he was the GM or whatever.
Aye, that was Brad.
Brad. That's who it was. Because she was engaged at that point, wasn't she, to somebody else?
Do you know? I think that might have just been for Total Divas.
Was it?
I've really no idea, because you know, 3/4 of that show is made up.
Oh, fuck, it's all made up, mate.
It's reality TV, so I don't know if the engagement thing was like a thing for the show, because she's going, 22, I'm not ready to get married, but I said aye anyway, because I'm an asshole, you know.
I was married at 22.
Aye, but it's not exactly, you know, you're not the kind of guy that's going to go, right, well, tomorrow I'm in San Diego, the day after that I'm doing to Mexico. Doesn't happen like that.
To be fair, mate, the day after my wedding, I went to watch Rangers versus Chelsea, where Philip Sebo scored the goal.
So ambitious. So ambitious.
I'm so ambitious. So, it was in the New York Post, this story.
Aye, that's why I was calling your attention to it, because when the hell does that ever happen? And legit mainstream press, picks up, and the BBC have been running with it as well. Although, I was going to say their link was before WWE actually replied through the main press.
Yeah, because she's complaining about her dad's complaining about the injury and the way it's been handled, but obviously WWE...
Thing is, I'm sure she did tell her dad it was a prescription issue. Doesn't mean she was telling her dad the truth.
Nah, exactly.
I've no doubt she did say that to her dad and her mum.
So it's one of the ones where I really cannot see her being back, mate. If she's back, she will be jobbing for fucking months to a year.
Aye.
But
aye.
That's a very likely.
I was saying yesterday, I thought, well, maybe there's a chance, but given now that WWE, when was the last time they did something like this? The closest thing was when 10-minute video of CM.
Yeah.
On after the Rumble and the podcast and all that, saying you can't see the lump. Well, that's because it was under his waistline.
Yeah.
He wasn't out with it, or everybody would have noticed the night before, and you wouldn't have had a video to make your fans.
I know.
Anyway,
it's not even that. They're still arguing about that, but he's actually showed the scar and where it was.
Aye, I know.
There was a lot of people arguing, saying he was talking bullshit. When I heard it the first time, I genuinely believed him. I didn't think he would bullshit to...
He's not that kind of guy.
No, he'll tell you to his face. He'll tell you to your face.
And now they've got to court.
Aye, but it's, the doctor fucked up. That's it. End of story, if you know what I mean. I can see him winning. Punk will win this. Speaking of Punk...
Subject there.
Oh, as we're on the subject.
Him and Cole.
2K17. If you go Jericho, I watched the video. If you go Jericho, Jerry Law comments about how he says he is the best at what he does in the world, but he thinks CM Punk would disagree with that. So, so much for them trying to keep CM Punk away from WWE.
Do you know what the thing is though? See, because his name's mentioned in it, he can actually like
he can get money for it.
A lawyer in for it because he owns the copyright on his name, and of course they'll remove it and all that, but they'll probably have to give him a wee bit of money since they've done it.
Wait for a patch in your games, and you'll notice it's gone.
Aye, but I mean, how incompetent, and we know they're incompetent, these people.
Yeah.
How bloody stupid do you need to be to let that slip through?
I know.
You know?
I know. It's fucking stupid, considering he's not been in a WWE ring. I think he had like an indie match or something. I remember seeing pictures, but I don't know if it was legit.
Okay, sure, that's an event, but he's not been in any kind of actual wrestling match since the Rumble in 2015. He was still in last year's game because they made an arse.
Oh no, it was 2014. It was his last one, mate. Was it 15?
Aye, so 2K15, sorry.
Oh, 2K15, sorry. Yeah, because I made my character his old music. I didn't take his new music. I liked his old one better.
Aye.
But it was fucking strange. But hey ho, let's see what happens with that. As soon as we hear more, we'll tell you. So SmackDown, pretty good. Better than Raw.
Oh, aye. Better than No Mercy.
Better than No Mercy. Ziggler comes out, cuts a promo, thanking everybody. He's here, this is his life about wrestling. And then The Miz comes out and cuts an amazing promo, mate. Amazing.
Yeah, again.
I mean, they were making references to like the face he was having, like hanging out the ring apron, like when you cry and stuff like that. You hear the crowd getting right behind them. Crowd was pumped.
The thing is, so I didn't like that because Miz pretty much or practically crying over the title loss shows how much the title means to him, which makes the title out to be a big deal, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's making
I was really quite happy with how you approach that.
It's making.
Okay.
Sorry, but no, you go.
Bill should be saying, I understand why he reacted like that.
Yeah.
Because this title means that much to me as well.
And then we've got Tony fucking interrupting. Bastard.
Tony didn't like it either.
Nah, Tony. This is a running gag through all my videos. If you watch any of my videos on YouTube, Tony likes to interrupt. He always fucking does it, so hopefully he shuts up in 2 minutes. Oh, it's a fucking pain in the ass. I actually done an exposure video on him. So, they cut the promo, and then the Spirit Squad comes out, and it becomes
I thought they'd have been gone, but I hadn't really been sticking around for a couple of weeks yet.
I think they're going to be working with The Miz. It becomes a 2-on-1 match. Ziggler wins, which we all thought was going to happen. I couldn't see Ziggler losing unless Miz interrupted during the match.
He waited.
He waited.
After.
Yeah, so it turned into like a 3-on-1, and Slater and Rhino come down to make a save. So it's cool to see, like, maybe they're going to now push like the Spirit Squad against the tag team champions. I
see them being as like a short-term jobber thing going on.
Yeah.
And of course, they're definitely going to be around for next week. I just wonder how long they're going to kick it around for. Again, I'm surprised it has been this long. I thought No Mercy would have been the last.
I'm really surprised. Well, I was surprised they shot at No Mercy.
Well,
I thought they were just. I thought they were just going to have that one segment in SmackDown, and that was it.
Aye.
But to keep them going, fair enough. I'm absolutely cool with it. Did you notice the commentators making "Oh my God, they killed Kenny" reference?
Aye. And it's like, I just realised it is about time for WWE to pick up on that running gag.
Aye.
So it's been a bit special.
It was really funny. As soon as they say that, I was like, wow, right, okay, fucking write that one down. It was absolutely. It was a good match. It was a good match.
That was aye.
Yeah. So got the crowd going. Crowd were pumped. Then it cuts to backstage with Shane and Brian.
Yep. And this was exciting.
Yep. So basically, like we were talking about Survivor Series, they've got to do something big because the last couple of years it's been absolute pish. And SmackDown's issued a challenge of their top 5 tag teams against Raw's top 5 tag teams.
Right. And that's going to be quite interesting given it's a 20-man match. But I'm surprised, personally, that they've went for 3 Survivor Series matches.
Yeah. Yeah, because you've got your top stars of SmackDown versus your top stars of Raw as well.
The good old bragging rights match.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought of was bragging rights. And I actually enjoyed bragging rights. And if I remember right, SmackDown's 2-0.
It was, aye.
Yeah. So...
and I wouldn't be surprised to see them win this one either, because that might boost the ratings a little.
Exactly.
Tune into the show and they go, oh, they beat Raw. I wonder if that means they'll be any good in the rain show then.
It's not even that. I mean, when I was talking to you, I was even talking to Graham before the podcast. When you actually watch the highlights I watched, Raw was a chore, SmackDown I enjoyed. Do you know what I mean? And it seems to it's always been that way with me for some reason. Even with the house shows, when they came to Glasgow, Raw was a chore to get through, but SmackDown was so enjoyable.
I
just don't know what it is, but that was house shows, obviously, so there's no really cutting promos or anything. Well, you have the odd promo, but it's just...
But just enough space between the matches, though. You'll get a decent length match.
Yeah.
You'll get a short promo, maybe a wee video or something, then it's your adverts or whatever. But what I particularly liked, I know you wouldn't have seen this given you were using some highlights, but the stream I was watching, since my TV's not working because of Virgin, fuck Virgin Media, by the way. Anyway.
Virgin, you're getting called out.
Aye, the fucking wanks. If I see Dickie Branson about going up his arse, this podcast has been delayed by 2 hours because of that prick.
Exactly. This podcast should have been done. I had something on. You had problems with it, so we'll try to aim for an alright time. And then
Dickie Branson said no.
Aye, he said no. So hopefully we've got this up. It'll be up tonight anyhow. So when you're listening to this,
he popped his arsehole big nose in. What was I saying? I've forgotten now.
Fuck.
See, he fucked it again.
He's fucked it again. Oh no, it was something. It was something before I've got the backstage segment.
So I was using this stream, which I don't normally do really, and it was something that they brought back from the SmackDown premiere, where like their season premiere for the relaunch and all that. The main screen is split into 2. The bigger screen is for adverts. The small screen is the matches going on during the adverts. Brilliant idea, and I wish they'd do it every week. Maybe they do, I don't know. But you've got your little screen, so like when it came to like a match later on with Dean in the ring, he was doing the moving and stalling, and of course they know when they're back from the ads, so then they start the match. But it's really good seeing it, because even if it's usually, you know, the heel team are mouthing off or whatever, or the heel side's mouthing off and getting heat.
Yeah.
And although it doesn't have sound, you can see what they're doing, and it's something like it stops people switching off, so the advertisers will still give them decent money, because people aren't going to fast forward through it. They're going to watch.
Yeah. That is a great idea.
And something that no other shows can really do.
No. At least
even like proper sports football is built around that breaks, same American football, but then here WWE can maybe try and get slightly better advertising. Wrestling's always got really crap advertising.
Yeah.
You know, it's the audience that most advertisers go for. No one else can do that.
No, I mean that's a cool idea. At least you're still getting to see the action, even if it is. I mean, because I seen stuff like on YouTube, like there was a Baron Corbin fucking promo, and I was like, I'm not even going to click that. Yeah, just scroll down. Because what it cut back to me was Carmella attacks Nikki backstage, funds her into...
next in the thing anyway.
Yeah.
But there was one wee thing that I noticed after, the other Survivor Series match being the 5-on-5 women's match, which is going to be phenomenal.
That'll be good.
Just to see Bayley in the ring with the likes of the SmackDown women is going to be great to see, because a lot of main show viewers haven't seen what Bayley's got to offer.
No, I mean, because what I'd imagine the Survivor Series would be Sasha versus Charlotte again. Though I don't think so.
Since they'll do Hell in a Cell, they'll have them in the team for Raw.
In the team. Right, cool, because I wasn't too sure if they would put them in the team. And
there's only a 2-week gap, and you've got your kayfabe 4 weeks title defence thing that they stick to most of the time. or rather when it's convenient these days. But I really do think that the 5 main women at each show going at it.
So Carmella comes out.
Sorry, one other wee note I've got.
Oh, sorry, on you go.
After the excitement of the matches being announced, JBL chipped in with, "I get to beat up Byron Saxton." Yes! I fully support this. I would pay good money to see Byron eat a clothesline from hell.
I would pay great money to see 2 clotheslines for hell, one in Tunga and one in Brian Saxton. That would be...
That's just racist.
No, it's not. It's just
a big white and 2 black guys.
I'm not being racist. Allegedly. But
anyway, your match you're so eager to get to.
Oh, I know, I was so eager to get to Carmella versus Naomi. Fuck me.
I'll say this, it was better than either of their matches.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, because the highlights actually showed the two of them working really well.
One note that I did have, though, is that Naomi's entrance, I know I said the other night I don't get it, but I realise what it is. She dances like an ekied up Glasgow junkie.
Aye, it's totally fucking raved up. It's something different for an entrance.
Ekied up.
But it's very ekied up. Really is. I am dreading that in Glasgow.
I've seen junkies dance like that in Sucky Hall Street.
Well, you've got the Glasgow Raver.
And that FUD and all. Look, when you hit your mid-30s, you should maybe think about stopping.
Fucking...
Just saying.
So, but she attacked her before the bell rang. Am I right?
No.
No?
Well, Carmella attacked me before the bell rang.
So, they had an alright match. Nikki comes out to basically cost Carmella the match.
Aye.
And then
distraction, then chases her, and then manages to almost get her hands on her, then Carmella legs it through the crowd.
Yep, and then she raises the hand on Naomi. That was it for the women's match, basically.
It was just an excuse to advertise top billers.
Yep, it was just straight to the point, had a match, none of this screaming bullshit, it was just done. Good. I'm happy with that. So,
aye.
Did anything else happen after that at all?
No, it was on to the next one, which was Gable versus Anuso.
Yep, and for what I've seen again, great match. Chad Gable was brilliant. Jimmy gets help with Jay, which I found that was something different for like putting the leg up. All right, okay, he's got the leg on his back or his backside.
Like a bit of jabroni, though.
Yeah,
he's standing there watching and doesn't he start there and goes, "Oh, you bastard!" You know.
Aye, he should at least run to keep his eye. But that's one of the things. But it was something different to see, and it cost Chad Gable the match. So, any segments happen after that, or does it just go straight to AJ?
It was straight to the Hype Bros backstage. The Ascension, who I'm now going to call the Descension, because all the days go down.
Yep.
1, 2, 3. Stared at them a bit and left, and then the Hype Bros, the Hype Bros, that's what this is, looked at each other as if to wonder what these two windy lickers with weird face paint on were doing, and that was it. Here we go, AJ in the ring.
AJ. Hey. Yep. So, sorry, technical difficulties always happens with internet. Like you have
Branson.
Right, so you've got Branson, I've got fucking Sky. So shite. So AJ before we had a technical difficulty, he came at me and cut an amazing fucking promo.
Just so entertaining. He's clearly having a riot being a bad guy.
Yeah.
Compared to what he did when he first came in. He was kind of finding his feet when he was a face, to be fair, but now it's just a joy to watch everything he does.
Yeah. So obviously Dean Ambrose comes down. Dean's been a lot better chasing the title, like we were talking about. No being a champion, chasing the title. It brings the best out of him. But hopefully he's had his arse kicked, and he's kicked his own arse, and went, fuck, I've got to make myself relevant again. And he's cutting a promo with him, and AJ's like, no, get out of the ring. I've got an opponent. Out comes James Ellsworth.
The legend, the Offspring fan.
Yes.
The man with no chin.
The man with no chin. But we'll talk about the other thing that's happened for him.
That'll come up. There's going to be links and stuff. as for the actual promo bit, like, his face was perfect. I'm giving you a match with me. Holy, you know.
Yeah,
it was just great.
Aye, because he's like, "Oh, you can have a match, but you can't. It's no a non-title." And he's like, "Yeah, that's cool. Aye, so they're having an argument, and fucking he's telling, "Get out the ring, get out." He was going to watch it at the side, and then Daniel Bryan comes out and then makes the match, and then makes Dean Ambrose the guest referee, which I thought was
the funniest thing Dean has done in months, where he decided to empty his pockets. And from what I could tell, there was a hip flask, a packet of fags, a necklace, possibly a wallet, and some hand sanitizer.
It was so entertaining, because he goes for he's like, James punches AJ, and he's like, "What the fuck?" And then he chases him in the ring, and Dean trips him up, and obviously he can't thing with the ref, because then you get disqualified. So then he's gone back and forward, and then jumps out the ring.
What I quite liked was that he had Ellsworth in the corner, and he goes to punch him, and Dean stops him to shout, "No closed fists, no closed fists," which is technically a rule. But then he jumps with AJ going, "That is not a rule in the WWE. How did you? And then after all that, James Ellsworth, the man with two hands and a fighting chance, punches him with a closed fist.
Yeah.
And Dean doesn't see it.
Yeah, it was so good. Then like Dean jumps out to sign an autograph with
woman.
It was a sport. It's a sport. You know what I mean? But it was so funny.
Popcorn, drinking their coffee.
Yeah, and then he goes in for the pin. No, it was a submission. Sorry,
submission on Ellsworth.
He answers his phone.
Suddenly had a phone call.
Yeah,
very urgent.
Very urgent. It was so good. But the point, like, so you sent me, I messed up when I messaged you back because I forgot the way the move actually goes.
Well, just before that, with Dean's shenanigans that were going on, very entertaining. There's a question I've got to ask about David Otunga. Does he know how to be a face commentator? And the reason I ask that is because when GBL's pointing out that Dean's at it with the tripping and the coffee and all that, Otunga starts shouting how, well, it's the first time he's a referee. It's understandable. These people train for months to become great referees, and he's just doing it his first night. And it sounded like a heel commentator defending the actions of a heel, like Lawler in 2000 to Triple H, for example. And that's not how a face commentator does things. A face commentator doesn't cover it up.
No, until...
Well, okay, it's kind of unfair, but can you blame such and such for taking these actions given what happened? You know? The guy just doesn't know what he's doing.
Otunga's fucking horrible commentator.
Another thing is something that Michael Cole used to be guilty of. He doesn't sound authentic. Especially notice this in the SmackDown opening. You've got Morrow very excited. Oh, tonight we're going to have this. Tonight, blah, 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 blah. JBL equally excited. Then Otunga clearly not excited because he sounded so fake with his enthusiasm.
He's awful, mate. I never liked him as a wrestler.
The one time that he actually was good in his role was when he was just being a lawyer, a heel lawyer.
Yeah, that was funny. That was it.
Because he sounded like an asshole, and he was being an asshole. It fit in. Now he's out his depth. Yeah. By all means, put him in one of the B shows, main event or whatever one it is SmackDown uses. Have him there. Have him learn. Nobody's good at commentating overnight. Yeah. It just doesn't work like that. Have the man practice. Put him in with somebody who knows what they're doing and can guide them a bit. Yep. Maybe Tom Phillips.
I mean, because
he does a great job in NXT.
Corey Graves is fucking amazing. He is.
In comparison, yes, Pound Shot Punk's pretty damn good, but Pound Shot Punk's had a year of practice on NXT. And before he was on NXT, he was on their panels. Now, Otunga had been on panels for a while, but he's shown no signs of improvement. Obviously, WWE are only going to fire him because Jennifer Hudson, although she's maybe not really relevant here, she's still a big deal over in the US.
Yeah, that's really it. That's the only reason he's still there.
Aye. So they can maybe get her to sing at Mania 1 year or something. I think that's it.
Oh, God.
That's genuinely it.
So, the Clash. Let's talk about the Styles Clash. We all know it is considered to be the most dangerous move in wrestling. But if it's done right, it's obviously safe. James Ellsworth, if you watch it back...
He did not take it well at all. He tucked his head, which is an automatic reaction
Yep.
for any wrestler, and that's fair enough. But oh god, AJ somehow, some way,
AJ is that good. He noticed that the guy was not in the correct position where he's for the move, and he dropped his knees for the move. So it's like he's
jumped backwards, and it was a total. I don't even think it was a fluke that he saved him. I just think it was luck.
You know what I mean?
It could have been so bad.
It could have been scary. It could have been really scary. But fair play to AJ. Do you know what I mean? If he really genuinely noticed the guys, that shows you how fucking experienced the guy is with his own move and that. He knew, fuck, something's going to happen if I don't put the brakes. So obviously he put the brakes on him. So if you look at it right, it's him basically taking the damage, if you know what I mean. But fair play to him. Then Ambrose goes back out, has another cup of coffee to piss off AJ, but then hits him with a dirty deeds.
Right, and AJ kicked out.
Yep.
So what did Ambrose do? He hit him again.
Hit him again with another dirty deeds. James Ellsworth beat the WWE champion.
1, 2, 3, no fast count.
No fast. No, it was a fast count.
That wasn't really.
Nah, right, okay.
Anyway.
But the big shock, this is when talking smack, the big shock for next week is James Ellsworth has a title shot against AJ Styles. Now, I was talking to Graham about this, and Graham, he basically played out what he would like to see. I quite like this, mate. I'd love to see this, right? Say for talking sake. Well, first off, somebody give James the rights to at least come out to Pretty Fly for a white guy for one night.
It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen, but like me and you are massive Offspring fans. We've grew up with him. I'd love to see it just because we know he's an Offspring fan. But say for talking sake, right? He's having his match and he's getting his ass kicked completely.
Aye.
Then say he bumps into AJ pushes and bumps into the ref or something, right?
Don't say to me that, imagine he wins the title by accident.
This is what I'm going to get to, mate.
Don't waste my time.
Dean Ambrose comes down, double dirty deeds on AJ, pulls James across, right? Gets out the ring. The ref counts it. 1, 2, 3, champion, right? But say AJ starts complaining to the ref, go to replay. And obviously, like say Shane O'Brien comes out.
Shane coming out or something.
According to the replay.
Just for the pop, really.
For the pop, according to the replay, look, he interfered, so AJ Styles wins by disqualification.
Aye.
Do you know what I mean? It's something I could see. It's a good talking point.
I suppose.
It's a great talking point.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they end up doing something like that, to be honest. Instead of just having, what else is going to be love? Being banned for ringside and do a squash, so no chance after all this.
Nah, I think see if that was to happen, the crowd would pop something awful, man. It'd be brilliant. And obviously it's more heating AJ because he's oh no, it'd be fucking brilliant. And at least then the guy's got a title shot. This jobber's got a title shot against the champion. Do you know what I mean? It's absolutely magic. So that's for next week.
There's more title shots than Rusev has ever had.
Yep. It is shocking.
Anyway,
Rusev should get a title shot soon. He will be there one day, mate. It won't be far behind.
I know.
So then we cut to boring Orton, boring Kane.
Being boring, and then the match starts.
Boring.
I hear voices in my head. Randy's matches put me to sleep.
The one thing
as far as I'm concerned,
Randy hits it with a Lufes press.
He's done that a few times.
He's done it a few times. It's the first I've seen him do it.
That's not a new thing. I'm using it for that either, so it looks shite.
It didn't look as good as Austin done it and how Austin done it with fucking power.
But then nobody slings a chair like Steve Austin.
No.
Anyway, never mind that.
Luke Harper looked brilliant.
He did. And Bray was done his usual, hold on to talk about eating worlds and killing gods and talking shite. But I mean, the match was good. You have Randy taking the heat so that Kane gets the big pop. Except when Randy went to tag Kane, Silly Buggers begins again with the quick clips of the Wyatts.
Seen that.
And Kane teleported, and nobody knows where he is.
No, we'll only ever find out if you're in the live crowd.
Well, no, you wouldn't even find out then, because he vanished in the dark.
Under the ring.
Obviously.
Well, what I did notice, right, Seawee's, remember when he used to come out, right, obviously for, like, Undertaker's Death Valley, where did it used to say Kane came from?
Parts unknown, probably. I can't really remember.
Right, now he's coming out for Kentucky.
Aye, I noticed.
Did you notice that? I was like, no, fuck that. Kane was like...
You might have seen Kentucky, it does qualify for hell.
You know what I mean? It's like, I liked it when Kane had that mysterious... Obviously, the mask thing, ignore the mask side, right? But if you take, like, say, the mysterious about him, where is he fain that, you know what I mean? So it's
There's
like...
no mystery anywhere, he's no Kane anywhere.
Aye, so it's like Undertaker's for Kentucky.
Really, couldn't have picked anywhere except fucking...
If you're still going with, like, say, kayfabe, if you know what I mean, it's like, that just blows out of the fucking water.
Kayfabe died in 1997 when Russell took over the writing.
So, fucking obviously, Luke Harper standing there for Orton to make a tag. He's laughing at him. Bray hits him with a fast Sister Abigail.
Aye. And that was that?
That was it. SmackDown was over. So...
Still a better show than No Mercy.
Yep. Very enjoyable. I kind of wish they put because we knew the main event was going to be that tag match because it was advertised before it. I kind of wish now they just done the AJ one as the main event because the crowd was fucking brilliant for that. Even watching the highlights for myself, you're glued to it because you're like, is he going to really pin him? It was so entertaining. And that's the thing I found this week, and like say they've seen the two shows. Ignore No Mercy, but if you're taking like the two shows, like I said, Raw was a chore for me to sit and watch the highlights. SmackDown, I watched it this morning, then I watched it again before the podcast to get the notes, and it was so entertaining again. I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to they're there in Glasgow. You know it's going to be the better show.
Obviously, it's been a better show week after week since the brand split started.
Yeah. So that's really it. That's this week in WWE.
Finally, we got through.
Yeah, we've done all the shows. So that's us. We're not back to Monday. No. Tuesday for Raw. The go home Raw a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. Obviously we'll have big talking points. We'll have Goldberg back. Hopefully Lesnar might show up. But I thought he was SmackDown.
The week after, by the way.
Is it week after?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck. Is Lesnar? I thought Lesnar was SmackDown. So why is Paul
Heyman
on Raw? I thought he was SmackDown.
Is he Hell SmackDown? Remember, it's the me show.
I thought he was on SmackDown for some reason.
No, don't be daft. It's no 2001.
Good point. So, like I said, we'll be back next week. So you have all the links will be on this video for SoundCloud and Facebook. Leave us a like on both. Follow us on YouTube. Leave us a sub and a like for this video. And yet again, that's the first week up, episode 4 of SmackEdup Wrestling Podcast. Spread the word. Let's make this the #1 podcast in Glasgow.
Be as cool as Nia Jax.
Yep.
However you say her name.
Nia Jax, spread the word. So spread the word, let everybody know about this podcast. A wee bit of apologies for technical difficulties, but that's internet for you. Sky and Virgin are brilliant. So that's us. I've been Will.
I've been Martin.
Thanks for listening.
Bye.